All right, starting early in the morning, excuse me, we're gonna do a full install of NSX Federation and also do an upgrade of that environment. So I'm gonna start with 3.1.3. I moved to NSX 3.2. So let's get started. Of course, my mount isn't here. Okay, so there's the first OVA being deployed. We'll try our luck with doing the second site. This being a federated install, obviously we have two sites that will need to be federated to stretch L2 across the two. All right, I'll pause the recording while this goes. All right, I thought while those are deploying, I would go ahead and start deploying the global managers as well. I've copied the file just so I'm not reading the same file and over and put it on the local disk. So hopefully that will help speed things along. This one is downloads. Global will do a small. And so this is the only difference really with the install is switching the NSX manager mode to global manager. Just check. All right, again, I'm going to pause it until these are further along or completed. All right, so it looks like the first manager is almost complete. Once that completes, I'm going to deploy the standby global manager at the second site. That took a little while, so I paused. Global manager. And this is another global manager. I think it's 194. Let's test. Yes. All right, so that kicks off the standby global manager, which we'll need later. And I guess since all right, so we have the global or the actual manager on 3 is up and running. We can power them on. So as he boots, I will come back and pause for now. All right, the second manager is just about complete, and I tried to get to the Site 3 NSX manager. It is still booting up and loading. So just to show for reference, this is a physical host. This is my infrastructure virtual center appliance. So physical hosts, one's just powered off because I don't need the extra CPU memory for 2 sites. So these are the ESXi virtual machine hosts. They're and then infrastructure nodes like here where we deployed the global manager and the manager run Cumulus Linux for to give the uplinks to the ESXi hosts and for the edges to connect to. And then there's the VCSA. So there's 2 sites, the infrastructure ESXi virtual machines and the appliances, all on the physical server running. And the inside nested environments look like this, where I've added all the hosts, and I've also pre-configured a couple of VDSs, one for storage and vMotion and one for VDSs. So these trunks and port groups and everything go through those Cumulus Linux back to an edge router in my lab environment. All right, so it looks like this is maybe coming along. Let's take a look now. I think we can power on manager 4 at site 4. All right, so this is the global manager at site 3, which will be my main site. And then the standby global manager is the site 4 deployment. So we'll come back to those later. All right, so this is still loading. So as the other manager in this one boot up, I will just pause here, and once they're up, we'll start the configuration. All right, so the deployments of both managers have completed. Here's site 3 manager and site 4. The only thing I did off screen was accept the EULA and add my license to the nodes. So we can go ahead and start configuring. First thing's adding a compute manager. Do the same here. Do I have a typo? Oh, did I type? No. I'll pause it here and see what's going on. All right, let's try that again. They were already registered on the VCSAs. And the second manager had the wrong DNS name in the resolve.conf file. So I've rectified that and we'll try again. No. Right, I'm not paying attention. All right, hopefully that one goes through and hopefully this one will work out too. All right, well, at least they're in progress. Let's check and see. I think all of our nodes have been deployed now. I powered on the global manager and let's power on the standby global manager. We won't need those right away, but we'll use them. Actually, it might actually be a future video. I think it might break these into two. We'll do the deployment of nodes, of the managers, the global managers, and we'll do a configuration and edge deploy. And then the second video will be building out the network components and deploying a test application. And then importing that into the global manager. So we'll break it into at least 2 videos. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's see. That is registered and up. That is also registered and up. Great. All right, so I will just use the default overlay and VLAN transport zones. They'll have to be modified in a few minutes. All right, so we will add profiles. All right, so we are going to do top of rack policies for our left and right. BGP peering. This is site 4, so it's 44 is the VLAN that goes through those Cumulus Linux. And this is the host, so I don't need an MTU. Add profile, edge. Edge profile. Same again. And you're on a different VLAN. Your MTU will be 9,000. All right, so with those created, it reminds me I need to have, and I guess it's in networking. We need to have IP address pool, so we'll create those now. We'll set a range. Just use 172.16.44.10 to 16. 100. We got plenty. We don't need DNS there. Oh, all that's for now. Certainly not going back to. I'm contemplating whether to. All right. Since we're still recording, I had thought I was recording when I was still paused. So all I've done really is create the transport node profile right here. I finished up the transport zones. We can look quickly at that. Actually, one thing I missed is going back into the overlay. Sorry, back. If I go in and edit the VLAN one, I need to add my top of rack names here. Let's do that over here too. So I've applied the transport node profile essentially, and you can see that we've got success already on some of the nodes on site 4. Let's go back to transport zones. Let's edit the VLAN on this site. All right. So we created the transport node profile, which we've now applied also to this site. So this was site 4, we're just waiting for one. Let's see this site. We're also just waiting for the last host to finish. And with that done, I think the next thing to do would be starting to deploy edge nodes. Site 3 is complete. Let's start an edge node on site 3. Let's do mediums. Got enough resources. ECSA cluster, and we'll select. This is site 3. So it gets its own folder inside my NFS. It's 30.1. Should have a VLAN 30. All right, here's our 2 transport zones, our uplink profile that we created for edge. We'll pick our edge pool. And then the mappings. I have already pre-configured 2 trunk ports, one pointing to uplink 1 and one pointing to uplink 2. And finish. So while that deploys, I can actually show you how those trunks look in networking. Trunk A, policies, I guess. See, we're set to VLAN trunking, and my active uplink is 1, unused 2, and vice versa on the other one. Uplink 2 here, so trunking. So that will. So this is actually deploying. Let's see here. OVF templates being deployed. Let's do that on the other. I name it 3. Oh, it is deployment 3. So this is 4. And it's 4. All right, we can see how this edge is going, 76%. And this one's just starting. So I'll pause it. This is an update. The edge was powered on. Let's see if we can get to it. Site 3, edge 1. May still be booting. Here's my yeah, it's still booting. All right, we'll come back to it. All right, quick check-in. This one's still deploying on site 4. Site 3 is in node not ready, so it's powered on and booted up. I'm not quite ready yet, though. All right, so this one's registration pending, but the other one has completed. So we'll go ahead and deploy the next edge. All right, so I have resumed, or I finished the edges. This one just started pinging. It is site 4, edge 2. So once this is up and running, we'll create edge clusters. So that's next. All right, so just to recap, I want to end the video here. So we will just talk about how I just essentially deployed the initial managers. The global manager and the local manager have been deployed, but we have not touched them yet. I'm going to stop the video here. Just so I'm going to automate. I have Terraform scripts to deploy a lot of the networking components. So I'm going to do that in a separate video. So look for that. And so we can just go through. We edited the transport zones to add the top of rack for edge, and then we had profiles created. We created a transport node profile. We did create that IP pool as well. We prepped our hosts and deployed our edge transport nodes and created an edge cluster. So we'll finish it there and move on to the next one in the series.